Good afternoon, fellow punters. Mickey D with you here on Sunday afternoon about 1:30 before I go for the dinner. Didn't go out for pints last night. Wore out after having a shower. Done too much yesterday. The body wasn't able to take it, and woke up with a massive hangover as well this morning and no pints. But obviously that's the side effects of the tablets again, so I'll be trying to wean myself off them as soon as possible because worse that crack will be getting like before. So I can't have that. Might have two this evening though after the dinner. Good racing today and a better racing tomorrow evening. A great card in Killarney tomorrow evening. We have a few runners today. One Glan is drifting and the others is a bit of money for. And Green and Max Flamingo are gone favourite in their two respective races. So they might be a nice double if it comes up. On the bus this morning, good crowd. William Spence was first on and he was telling stories that his granddad told him about when he was a runner for the bookie years ago. That used to be great crack. Every bookie had a runner that time. The younger crowd wouldn't understand that. To lay off money, they'd knock you down running over and back. It was brilliant. It's not like nowadays at all. It's very relaxed and no queue at all to put on a bet. Rob the old mongoose left the kitchen and was telling everybody that Matilda Picote or Picot would win the 245. Neil Hasselden, Jerry Kelly had lost in the 340 or the 315, one of three. I can't remember the other two. AC Irish was wondering about all kinds of everything for a Donegal song. I don't think so. She was Rosemary Brown. Dana, she was a Derry girl. It'll be a Donegal song for there. Bernard Neary as well. Robert Byrne was looking about the Curragh of Kildare. When we come to the Lily Whites, possibly that'll be it. Mentioned as well, but I think it was Jared Kelly. Norman Whitehead and Aidan Dalton was the last two on, and so we headed for Killarney. Tomorrow, in the 245 at Redcar, there's a shorty, I would imagine they're number 2, Elegant Verse for the Gosdens. That had a very good first time out run, I thought, and I said surefire winner. Don't know what price it is, I'll put it up in the description later. In the 610, it's a listed race at Windsor. Tabdeed, number 6, for Archie Watson. A second run for Archie Watson, who was doing relatively well lately. Out of 43 runners in the last 21 days, 11 winners, 14 places. That's a 26% strike rate. It's a second run for the new trainer after leaving Owen Burrows. It won a Group 3 in Newbury in July 2020 and it beat a good yardstick that day, the 10-man, who was raised 115 and Tabdeed was raised 104. Went up to about 112, back down to that level again. But it was interesting to see that it's entered in a Group 2, the Greenlands, in Curragh next Saturday. So this has been a listed affair. I think it's second favourite with William Hill. Could have a 2 points win on that. I think it was 7-2. I don't know what price it is now. That was the only one with a bookie this morning. In the 7:30 at Killarney, the Killarney National, a 3 miles 2 race, Willie Mullins has a horse there, Recite A Prayer, who ran really well the last time, to second to our winner, our good winner, Donkey Years. And it travelled, it's only a 7-year-old, it travelled really well through the race, jumped really well. The only slight mistake it made was at the last when it jumped a bit slow. But it gave it an opportunity to Donkey Years to get up and win it for us, thanks be to God. And it had won on good ground before that. So the rain that day probably wouldn't have helped it a bit. I would expect it to be sort of out there in front again tomorrow. Now, there's Shady Operator won this last year off a £3 lower mark. And we're back to the last year, but I was slightly disappointed that it didn't win over the banks. And Glyn Lowe is in it as well. It was third for us in Punchestown as an each way, but it's 11 and it's getting slow like me this morning and last night. So I think Recite A Prayer, number 4 in the 7:30 in Killarney, no prices for it. If it's 9-2, 5-1 back at each way, and if it's less, back at straight nose win job. Interesting race is the 6:30 as well. A horse that we backed in the entry, Winter Fog, is running, but the slight worry there is the ground drying out so much. There's an interesting one there, Morosini, number 5 for Jessica Harrington. It's black below its winning mark, its previous winning mark of 129. It's now 124, and there's a £7 disclaimer on it. And to 7th of 17 to a great view in Punchestown. Um, and I thought that might have a chance. There's each way. It could be a double figure price, but it won on goodish ground before, and water always finds its own level. So Gin and Lime is out as well tomorrow. It's in a good chase, and it ran really well for us in Aintree, and it tired late on. So that might get out, and watch the betting in that tomorrow as well. That might, there's a race in that, and the better ground will suit it. Melon is in it, and that's rated, I think, 164. So on all the figures, that should be winning. But if Gin and Lime is an each way price, might get an easy lead out front going left-handed, and it might be worth an each way bet, or maybe without the favourite if Melon is very short. I haven't seen any betting up for that at all yet. Anyway, got to run. The goods are rattling a little bit. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all very much for your input in the comments section. Really enjoying that. And sorry for not getting back to you last night, but I was fast asleep. Anyway, a bit more energetic today. So heading out for the dinner and maybe a couple of pints, but home early because on the bus early in the morning. Best of luck punting. Mickey D, bash the bookies. Over and out.